This video discusses retrieval of data from multimedia databases. Specifically, we discuss about retrieval of image data, audio data, and video data. Image retrieval. The first research paper that we researched was content-based image retrieval using color, moment, and Gabor texture feature. Huang in 2010 did a research on retrieval accuracy and computational complexity of image retrieval in a multimedia database. In their research, Huang and his colleagues have proposed a content-based image retrieval method based on color and texture features. The research gap in the proposed method was that it cannot assign different weights to features according to image content. It was not better than the method used in research done by Liapis and Siritas in 2004. The future work includes feedback technology to change weight, and also they need a method to integrate other features such as shape and spatial to further improve the retrieval efficiency. The second paper is Extensible Architecture for Multimodal Information Retrieval in Medical Imaging Archives. Finho and Costa in 2006 in their research on the challenge of medical information retrieval from medical image archives, which focused on content-based image retrieval in medical image archives to cater beneficial to practitioners and researchers in the health sector. The research gap is the lack of an appropriate commonplace standard for performing multimodal information retrieval on the web, and a necessity of a web-friendly standard for CBIR, which should facilitate the integration and evaluation of new solutions. The third research paper is Novel Technique for Effective Image Gallery Search Using Content-Based Image Retrieval System. Munjal and Bhatia in 2019 did this research. This method is one of the upcoming procedural structures that will apply various techniques of computer vision for penetrating and organizing the huge image anthology in an effective manner. Research gap. There is a scope for future development of improvement in the available system to integrate the cataloging algorithms in the first mode. Future work. There is also a scope of improvement in the second method to increase the number of sections in the graphical user interface.
Video retrieval. Content-based video retrieval system. It is the first research paper we referred as the content of it. In databases, there is no standardized interface for multimedia content retrieval systems. A new standard MPEG query format is developed by the MPEG standardized committee to provide a standardized interface to multimedia archives. Due to the rapid growing of multimedia-based system, bandwidth and video retrieval system demand has increased. The method they have identified for this content-based video retrieval method is content-based video retrieval. In this context, some features that are directly available in the videos, such as color, texture, or textures are defined as vectors. Selects features derived from video content selected according to potential interest, indexed and graded. But there is a drawback of this method. It is the loss of information details of the frame when a frame which contains the same object is watching from different viewpoints. They have detected that video data is partially decoded to obtain the discrete cosine transform. It means a DCT coefficient of the keyframes, which are used to obtain sub-block coefficients using fast transform, and finally the sample version of each frame. This method can save computation time compared with the process of decoding using original video frames. The other paper which we referred is related to soccer video retrieval using adaptive time frequency methods. These are the content of it. As they have mentioned, the retrieval soccer highlight is a suitable technique for video indexing. They have used adaptive time frequency decomposition of the soundtrack as a feature extraction procedure. This is the technique they have used. Most natural signals are not static because their structure is usually complex. Some translation in a more meaningful representation space are generally better suited. Line expansion on single parameter basis, whether it is Fourier wavelength or another basis, is not flexible. While the Fourier basis provides a weak representation of well positioned function over time, the wavelength basis does not fit well with Fourier transform for a function with narrow high frequency support. Thus, a flexible decomposition method can be considered to represent signaling components that vary widely in localization in terms of time and frequency, but basically this method have main problems because the final output can be differ from original content. The other research paper is about Vortex. It is a visual search engine. They have suggested a new approach to receive and track videos from compressed multimedia databases. It is Vortex. You can see the diagram in the next slide. In here, in the middle, there is the connection manager server. Then the other side, both sides are the network. In this side, you can see the users connected to the network. In other side, Vortex servers, video archives. This is the diagram related to Vortex. This system is based on use resources more efficiently and allow parallel processing on distributed architectures. As well, there is a server-to-server variation paradise consists of clients connected to the video archive server that run their recovery engine, it means Vortex, through an intermediate connection management server responsible for management, deliver user requests and queries to appropriate clients in the results. In this setting, clients can search video database simultaneously. Those clients start video search by connecting to the connection server. Users can request a list the video archive available and then select a choice. Then they can specify a search archive or diurnal site where videos are stored. Comparatively, this Vortex is a good method, but the required processing power and memory consumption can be high.
Hello sir, so my part is retrieval of audio data from multimedia databases. So the first research article talks about a wavelet-based indexing scheme for audio data retrieved from multimedia databases. First, let's see what an indexing scheme is. Indexing is a way to optimize the performance of a database by minimizing the number of disk accesses required when a query is processed. An indexing scheme is simply a collection of blocks, each block containing some large fixed number of data objects, typically hundreds of data objects per block. The commonly used indexing schemes as per research article are indexing based on signal statistics, indexing based on acoustical attributes, and transform-based indexing. Drawbacks of each method can be significant. Indexing based on signal statistics doesn't give accurate results for highly varying signals and not robust to noise. Indexing based on acoustical attributes is better than the first one but requires extensive computation and not robust to noise. The transform-based indexing scheme doesn't have time information on what frequency bands exist at what time intervals of the audio data. Drawbacks of short transform and other variation of transform-based indexing apply to blocks of data. Audio data on narrow windows give good time resolution but poor frequency resolution, while wide windows give good frequency resolution but poor time resolution. and also wide windows violate the condition of stationarity. The behavioral transform-based indexing solution proposed in this article solves this resolution issue to a certain extent. So the second research article talks about an audio classification technique for acoustic images found from audio data retrieved from multimedia databases. The proposed method, as per research article, The proposed method, as per research article, uses feature extraction, then classification for acoustic images found from time frequency distributions of acoustic data, which is audio data retrieved from multimedia databases. This article further states that feature extractions commonly used as per previously reported research were fundamental frequency, average zero crossing rate, energy function, etc. The article describes the disadvantages of these techniques as features used for speech analysis have been arbitrarily applied to more general cases of audio classification, and that the features being either time or frequency representation resulting in no simultaneous time and frequency analysis. This article also shows how one disadvantage has been eliminated by the proposed method by having feature extraction based on the time and time frequency distribution of an acoustic unit, thus confirming the simultaneous time and frequency analysis. The third research article talks about a human-centered audio data retrieval system over computer network. In this article, MySQL database is used to store audio information such as song file name, song file location, lyrics file name, lyrics file location, etc. So how it is relevant to retrieval of audio data in multimedia databases is that since at the end of the day, even from multimedia database, audio data can be retrieved through a network. So issues of audio data retrieval through network are that the content of audio data is subjective information, audio data retrieve needs large amount of system resources, audio data are data sensitive, so on. The proposed system in the article eliminates those issues by the user not having to bother archiving songs in the computer system, which in return gathers a lot of space and allows multiple users to play audio continuously without much disturbance and initial play time delay in parallel. So the fourth research article talks about discovering content of audio data using machine learning. Challenges in machine learning procedures confronting in discovering audio data, as per research article, are since audio data can store thousands of records, the quantity and size of files to be processed is too large, and so on. It further states that the proposed method in this article delimitates these problems using standard feature extraction techniques and low-dimensional vectors mapped by acoustic sequences. So that's it in my part. Thank you.